Hey everyone, you're listening to Party Time, My Golf Story with Kevin Walsh and whatever special guest he has today. You can check me out on episode 9 of the podcast. Today I'm wearing Grayson clothes while I'm out practicing because I believe in look good, play good. And follow me on Instagram, Sophia Warren Golf, and hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
It's Party Time, My Golf Story, brought to you by Party Drinks. Classically designed golf drinks for golfers by golfers. And the golf real estate pros Gene Walsh and Vince Vizzacaro. For your Southwest Florida real estate needs, check them out at suncoastdreams.com. Now here's your host, Kevin Walsh.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm really excited about today's guest. It's World Golf Hall of Famer. The second one we've had on Party Time, My Golf Story. Hollis Stacy is our guest. Now, I know the majority of our viewers and listeners are in the greater Sarasota area, and Hollis is one of us. She lives in the backyard, plays a lot of golf here. On the men from something, we'll get into that in just a moment. But you remember a great LPGA career, 3 U.S. Opens, 3 straight U.S. Junior Girls Championships, 18 victories on the LPGA Tour, just a stalwart for quite some time, and still playing some pretty good golf, but on the shelf. And we'll get into that in just a minute. Hollis Stacy is our guest. Before we go any further, if you're not a subscriber to the podcast, would you please subscribe? That's important to the algorithms with YouTube, with Spotify, with Apple, and also with our sponsors. It makes a world of difference. And leave comments as well. I would imagine after today's conversation, a lot of people say, "Oh, I know Hollis from here," and share a story. It'd be fantastic. All right, so do that. Big thanks to our title sponsor, Party Drinks. If you're looking for an alternative drink on the golf course and you're tired of beer, you're tired of whatever it is that you're drinking, a hard seltzer, and try something that is really built for you. Party, made with the finest of crafted spirits for golfers, by golfers. And if you don't have Party at the place where you play golf, get in contact with the golf staff and tell them and the beverage staff, get in touch with Paradise Craft Distributors, which is the exclusive distributor of Party across the state of Florida. If your dream is to live in a golf resort community like Lakewood National Golf Club, where this podcast originates from, nobody better than the golf real estate pros of Vince Vizzacaro, Gene Walsh, and Samantha Walsh from suncoastdreams.com, a division of Fine Properties in the greater Sarasota area. It is the fall. The weather has cooled. The weather is perfect. And if you're up north and you're like, I want to start that dream, I want to get down there, it is a good time to buy. So get in contact with them. And if all that golf has you tuckered out and you just need a good place to relax, go to BioLit Spa in downtown Sarasota. You can get a manicure, you can get a pedicure, a massage, red light therapy, cold tub, hot tub, whatever you need. Great place to be. All right, let's bring Hollis Stacy on board. Hollis, I am so excited to see you.
Yes. I'm excited to be here. Yes.
Oh, that's so nice of you. We've been working on this for a while, and today's the day. I admired your career greatly. Just the excellence in your game, the way you carried yourself on the golf course. Great hair. Still have great hair.
It's fine right now. I don't like that, but that's okay.
You were such a pro back in the day. So I'm happy. I'm happy to have you on board. First of all, how are you feeling? I kind of preface that you're going through something. What can you share?
Well, I'm on day 13, having had my left knee replaced, and lots of ice, lots of Tylenol. So I'm doing well. And I had my right knee replaced last March. So I'm almost bionic, and big shout out to Coastal Orthopedics. And they're my people, and they're fantastic. So I'm in a world-class situation over there, and couldn't be happier. So shout out. They're great.
Well, I did know about 2. So I'm kind of guessing, and were these chronic injuries? Is this the wear and tear from years of professional golf and walking hundreds of thousands of miles? What's up?
Actually, I blame my mom, because I said it was those novenas that you made us do. We grew up in Savannah, Georgia. I'm teasing, I obviously too much golf, and and also I had a shoulder replaced at Coastal, so that's three joint replacement. So I am almost bionic, but just wear and tear of golf and being OLD, arthritis and all that stuff. So, but I'm fine.
Well, so you mentioned Savannah. I know that's where you grew up, and I'd like you to take me back to the old neighborhood. But where do you live now?
We live on Anna Maria Island.
Ugh.
So, it was one of those things where we went for Thanksgiving and oh, this is really nice. So we were freezing in Colorado and ended up buying a place in 2012. We were fortunate. So, and we love it here. I'm a member at Bradenton Country Club and a member at Concession and two great places. I play at Lakewood Ranch and I hope to play. My goal after this left knee replacement is to walk more. I'm going to get one of those carts that roll into the water, electric carts, the walking things. And I've had so many friends of mine that, they forget that they're talking to their friends and they roll them into the water. But I hope to do that, with my cart.
That'd be great. That'd be great to have you. So how long do you think it'll be before you're back on the golf course? And how much do you miss golf right now, just kind of being laid up?
Well, you don't have time to think about missing golf right now. You just are trying to keep the swelling down and the pain down and all that stuff. But I actually, last year when I had my knee replaced, it was 2 months after I played in the LPGA Senior, and I made the cut, and I finished 37th. It was, and I actually have a golf commitment January 12th that I plan on participating in. So that's about 9 weeks. So nothing like, scorecard in hand, keep score. It's just, it's entertaining and I ride around in a golf cart. So yeah. I fully intend on, playing golf probably in 6-7 weeks. It won't be
great.
Pretty. It won't be pretty, but at least I'm playing golf.
Yeah, well, I can tell how much it means to you just in the tone of your voice, and it's so important to have a forward point. I know
it is. Mm-hmm. It's important to have. Well, for me, one, to have my hand in the game, and to two, have goals. Like
right.
Okay, I am going Christmas to Savannah to see my mom, so I can cook, and then so I'll be fine, and just. And you're right, having goals, looking forward, and also I had a golf cart riding in the U.S. Senior Women's Open last 2 years, and I absolutely hated it. So my goal is, walking is just a real important part of championship golf, and I want to be able to walk the entire tournament, and because you make your 3-putt and you go, how are you going to blow off steam after your 3-putt? You can't drive up and forget about it. You got to walk, let the fumes die out, and so yeah, you know how it is. So
I do. I love connecting with the ground. There's something missing in golf carts. I understand their purpose. I understand it's a big source of revenue for golf courses, and I do get that. But I just feel totally different. Like I'm really immersed in my own game and with nature when I'm walking, or even when I'm carrying bags as a caddy. It just feels different to me.
Right. Well,
am I singing your tune?
Do you have a cart, electric cart, like the one that like a pull cart that's electric? That's what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about. Like the one that you can kind of like sort of hit a button and it still goes like about, you want, well, make sure you like practice with that a little. So your electric cart doesn't end up in the drink like your friends have. Although
That's right.
maybe that'd be kind of funny. I mean,
It
it
was.
was funny when it happened to them, wasn't it? Or not really?
I don't know. They just bought another one. I laughed. I was appalled. I'm like, oh my God, $1,700. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. That would make me mad. Okay, so
No, I would be more careful, and I know not to get the remote. Don't get the remote because the remote, you put it in your pocket and then it's still going. So, the one that's manual that you can push.
oh, you just push it, self-propelled. Yeah, perfect,
Yeah,
perfect.
that's
Just make sure you put the brake on it because if it's downhill,
Oh
those
yes,
things
I do
run.
know
Oh,
that. I do. Oh yeah.
yes,
Oh
I've
yeah. Yeah.
I've seen that before. Hollis
Yeah.
Stacy is our guest here on Party Time. She is a World Golf Hall of Famer, 18-time winner on the LPGA Tour, 3 U.S. Opens, 4 majors, 3 straight girls U.S. Junior Championships. Take me back. You mentioned Savannah. You're going back to see your mom. You come from a big family. How many
Yeah.
children?
10 of us. There were
Wow.
10 of us.
What was that like?
It was complete chaos. And I attribute my success to being able to handle the chaos of life, growing up in Savannah, Georgia with my siblings and my parents, being able to handle stress and whatever happens, on the golf course. I may pretty much maintain a pretty easygoing. I can ignite though sometimes, but I have an easygoing attitude. And, if I 3-putt, I try to, I'll just birdie the next hole. So there. So, but I had a great life with my family in Savannah, and I talked to at least one sibling, 2 siblings a day, so I talk to my mom every day, which is a gift. She's 97 years old. So she's, we're lucky. We're lucky. We had that long gene in our family. So, she's a character. She was, big supporter of me with my golf as well as my other siblings. But she ended up being a USGA junior girls official. So she was funny. One time she told me this story. I won't reveal the names of these girls. We laugh, but she said, there was these 2 little girls in the elevator with me, and they said, "Can you believe we got in? We lied about our handicaps." And my mom was an official. So we I remind my friends of that story, and they laugh, and my mom just kind of rolled her eyes and just said, "Oh Lordy, what? Oh, listen to these girls. Do they realize what they're doing?" But my mom was cool about it. She didn't blow the whistle on them. So
How did golf enter the picture with 10 children? I would imagine your parents' time was limited, just managing all your lives, and golf's a big commitment.
Well,
as we know, it's not cheap.
My dad was amazing. My dad, he loved golf, and so he loved golf. He was a great athlete, and he before he went to World War II, that's all he did. He played golf with his buddies, and then he came back from World War II, and he'd gotten shot in his upper thigh, and so lower back, upper thigh, and so the only thing he could do is play golf. So he basically played golf, and he gave us that bug, and we ended up liking it. And I grew up between 2 boys, and they just glistened with sweat. I played tennis, and I got tired of hitting against the backboard, and so they were having fun. I said, "Well, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to go out there and try it." And so I loved it. So I loved it. There weren't enough hours in the day. I would go out at the crack, and my mom would with my brothers and me, she would shine the lights on the green when we'd come in. We'd play 45 holes a day, carrying our bags, 90 degrees. heat stroke. I mean, it was mosquitoes. We just played golf and played golf and played golf. I got the bug when I was about 10. So, and I play with my brothers and his friends. I played. There were no girls that played golf, so I played with the boys. So,
what was that like? Do you think it was? It had to be helpful, right? You're seeing more athleticism, some strength, and how do you think you fit in with the guys?
Well, I didn't think I was different, so I just played golf. We just, we were just playing golf, and I mean, I was, 11, 12, 13. So, we all were trying to shoot our best score, and I teed off the red tees, they teed off the blue tees. So that was the only difference. But, we added up our score and paid our debts, a quarter, something like that, Coke and crackers, sign our parents' name. So, but, there was no difference. We all loved it. It was just a great way for me and for my siblings to be raised.
You're kind of telling my story because we lived about 2 miles away from the club that my family, we were members at Huntington Valley Country Club in suburban Philadelphia. And I would leave very early in the morning before 7 o'clock. And in the summer, it wouldn't get dark till 9 o'clock. I'd be there all day. And my mother would worry. And my father said, we know where he is. It's a good environment. They're good people at a golf course. There are much worse places a 14-year-old can be.
Yeah, I know.
And that's kind of sounds like your life, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
When did you know you were good, Hollis? Did you get good quickly?
I won when I was 13 years old. I won the Savannah Women's Golf Association, and I beat a family friend, Mrs. Dunn. So, Polly Dunn. I call her Polly now, but I played. I think I was shooting like in the mid 70s when I was 13. So, I was pretty good. So, nowadays, 13, the kids are, oh man, they're like shooting in the 60s.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, look at like Morgan Pressel and Michelle Week qualifying for the USA.
Oh, I know. It's different game. Different swings, different equipment. They have pros. The pros, the kids have pros, and they have their mental coaches, and they're given free equipment and free golf balls, and it's fine. I think it's great. I think it's changed so much for the better for these kids. That now they're able to play golf courses. We were kind of relegated. We could only play certain times, after 3 o'clock. So most of the time.
Right. So you had great success. You won 3 straight U.S. juniors. I would imagine you could have gone anywhere you wanted to in college. You ended up at Rollins College. Why there?
Yeah. What a great school. I have my oldest friends. In fact, my sorority sister, one of my closest friends, she sent me a little care package, chicken noodle soup. And because she knew I went through this knee replacement. So I've had friends, my oldest friends come from Rollins. It's a great school in Winter Park. So when I went to school there was only 125,000 people in Orlando. That's it. Now, do we ever want to drive through Orlando? No.
No. Oh my God. I-4 is just no. I mean, I would rather ride a bike around.
I'd rather catch a flight and go around it. I know.
All right. So after college, you turned pro. Was there a moment, you had a great college career. But it always seems like when you step up into the pros, there's some aha moment like, whoa, what just happened? Did you have one of those?
Well, I think it was a time in my life. I wish I had stuck it out a little bit more at Rollins, to be honest with you. You're in your 20s, you're finding yourself. And I think I was having some crossroad issues. And rather than face them at school, I decided to, leave school and then work on some things and then turn professional. So I wasn't completely focused on my studies, and Rollins is just a great school, and I wish I'd stuck it out just a little bit more. And I tell the kids now that are like in college, going like in their second year, I tell them to go 4 years because it's a growing process. You learn more about yourself. You're 18, 19, 20, 21. I mean, those are some years that are important. And I always try to tell the kids now, go 4 years. So, but it was a great experience, though. But the aha moment, not really.
Mm-hmm.
No, I knew. I think Joanne Carner turned professional, and then Laura Baugh turned professional. So it made it look more lucrative for women to turn professional. Before everybody was, you were told golf is for amateurs. But now you had Joanne Carner turning professional, and Laura. We said, maybe we can make a business out of this. Maybe I could do well. So when they turned professional, then I thought about it. That was my aha moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're stepping up. It turned out to be a great career, but
it was a great career. Yeah, I did.
It took you a little while to win. How would you describe the learning curve?
It took me about 2.5 years. I think I won my first one in 77. Yeah. I joined in 74 in the fall. It just is, a big learning, like the golf courses, learning how to get from point A to point B, caddy, the whole situation is pretty complex, and then you have to worry about getting the ball in the hole. So, and I tell the younger players when they come out, I said, it's almost best that you don't win early because you have to learn how to win. You can't back into a win. You have to learn how, and by learning how to win, you have to fall flat on your face. And it's it's a learning process, and if you learn a little slower, then I think your chances of having a better career are good if you learn slow.
Yeah, I got you. So you mentioned Joanne Carner, Big Mama, loved her.
Loved her.
Any good mama, Big Mama stories for me?
Oh no, I do. Well, I mean, we're good friends. I'm in touch with her, a lot. And we played about 3 years ago. We were at Pebble Beach for the U.S. Women's Open, and we played Monterey Peninsula. She and her sister and Dorothy, my wife, we played. And so we came back and she goes, someone took my sandwich. So oh, man. Of course, she had a great sandwich. I'm sure she did. So I said, Joanne, I'm going to send you one. So I sent her one of mine. And so I hadn't heard from her. And we all got back home and I hadn't heard from her. And I said, oh, she must hate the wedge. And I said, she played with a wedge with 110 gram shaft, like we did in the old days. And that's heavy. So I had my shaft is a steel shaft, but it's 85 grams. So I said, Joanne, I think you might like it. I think. And then I'm crossing my fingers. I hadn't talked to her in a month. And I said, did you get that wedge by any chance? And she goes, Hollis, I love the wedge. So I'm like, and she's very, she's got a great short game. And you're like, oh God, I hope she likes it.
That's good. That's cool. It's not coming back.
Oh, no. She loved it. But she's such a great competitor. Just hates to lose. Mm-hmm. And those are the ones they're going to have a successful career. The ones that really hate to lose. I mean, not being a jerk about losing, a bad sport, but the ones that feel it in their stomach. They wake up the next day and they're sick and they can't read the paper.
Right.
Yeah, she's a champ. She's a champ.
Indeed, she is. How were you received by your contemporaries when you came out? Was it a helpful experience? Was there intimidation factors going on? I'm always curious about that because
they were wonderful. They were wonderful. They were there was no intimidation. No, they were just very helpful and really cool. Kathy Whitworth was wonderful, helpful. And Sandra Palmer, she was funny. I played practice round with her, and she would say, if you're going to lay up. Like, she sees so many rookies lay up into the hazard. And so she just, they were all helpful, where to stay, where to eat. Donna Capone was like a mother, a big sister. She gets mad when I say a mother. No, big sister.
Yeah.
And Sandra Post was great. Jane Blaylock was great. Just great friends, lifelong friends. And, I stay in close contact with mostly all of them. So I think that's how the tour was with me. And I think maybe it's gotten a little more business-like with modern tour, maybe.
Well, did it feel like you were all in it together? Obviously you were trying to beat each other, but did it kind of have like that family feel like the old PGA Tour did where
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. We had very close. In fact, when players' parents would come, or siblings or relatives or whatever, I remember one time Betsy King's mom was at the gate, no ticket for her. And I went, she was trying to tell, I am Betsy King's mother. And then I said, oh no, she is my mother. And I need a ticket for her. So anyway, we always, take care of each other's, parents, siblings. Nancy Lopez's parents were great. They were just cute as hell. Domingo, I don't remember her mother's name. Her mother died probably like 2 years after Nancy had been on tour. So I don't remember. I'd seen her many tournaments, but just we loved when Domingo would come out and he would say Nancy, call her Nancy. So he was adorable. So
are you close with Nancy?
Nancy and I are good buds. I mean, we see each other and we laugh but we're not we're not real close, but we talk probably about 3 times a year. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Did you ever hate golf?
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to hear it. What happened? Because I think that's true of all competitive golfers. At some point,
I think it's just the burnout. When you're really tired, and that happens. And I think the players now, they have to really kind of stand back, and it's the pressure, the demands of golf really get on top of you like a 900-pound gorilla. And, sometimes you just can't cope. You just have to step away and get your health back and get your attitude back. And if you get all your health and your rest and all that, then the game comes around. Then, if you have a bad attitude, then the game goes to pot. And it's just, I've been there, there more than once.
Oh, I've been there too.
I hate
getting into the Hall of Fame. How emotional was that for you?
Well, I have a funny story, and I kept getting these messages. Oh, the cane fell. I kept getting these messages that the LPGA, Mike Wan, had to talk to me. And I went, oh, God, what did I do? So I made all these scheduled, okay, I can talk at, 10 o'clock at blah, 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 blah. So I was on my way for a practice round at Innisbrook for the Legends tournament. And so I had to leave the house. So, of course, we have to go over the lovely Skyway Bridge. And so back then, the cell phone towers changed. So I had to park at that park halfway, like I think it's right after the Skyway. I parked there for about 15 minutes. And then no, maybe it was before. It was before. I don't know which way it was because I blanked out. Anyway, so I'm on. I said, well, I better go because my practice round is in a few minutes. I've got to tee off and register and all this stuff. So finally I get a phone call from the commissioner's office. Then it switches off and I'm on just past the tollway. I'm driving on 275 up and I'm like, oh God, what have I done? And it switches off to the fellow in charge of the World Golf Hall of Fame. And it's his radio voice, Hollis Stacy. You have been selected into the World Golf Hall of Fame. And I was like, blah. I was like, what? Here I was thinking I was being punished for something. And anyway, I had to, it was very exciting, very emotional. And just, I had no idea. They got me good. So in my excitement, I'm trying to call my mom. And this was the day. She's in church all day. She, devout Catholic. She doing something with the Blessed Virgin Mary. And so all day, and all day I'm trying to tell her that what had happened. 5 hours I'm calling her. And I'm going, where the hell have you been? Anyway, so it was quite emotional for both of us. So
oh, that's great. You cried. You cried, I assume, and Mom did
absolutely.
too.
My mom. Yeah, it was very special. Very special. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the rest of the day like? Were you emotionally worn out? Like, how did your golf go?
Worn out, and then I couldn't tell anybody. So it's.
Oh no! Really?
Oh yeah, you can't tell anybody. I don't know why. You can't tell anybody.
Oh man, I'd want to tell everybody.
I know.
So we're getting to the end here, Hollis. Just tell me how much golf has meant to you in your life. Just how important a role it's played.
Oh, golf has been a fabulous part of my life. I always tell my friends, keep your hand in the game. Keep your hand in the game. Just the other day, I was talking to Sally Little in South Africa, and she is helping little girls that are, living in those shacks, get out of their situation through golf. And a friend of mine is sponsoring 2 of her little girls to go to one of the best schools in South Africa. So I mean, to me, it's heartwarming. I'm involved with several, charities, and it's just heartwarming to help people, to connect people. And I've been able to connect people through golf and managed to know some wonderful people. And to meet them and have lifelong friends. It's been a great, great life, having golf in my life. So, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get my knee fixed, because, it's the quality of life. I want to play more golf, walk more, teach, travel. So, it's, I love life, and golf has been great.
Golf just adds so much more to life, I think. And
doesn't it? It really does. It really does.
Well, everything I have in my life, there's a golf connection. So if we subtracted golf from the equation, I don't know what
we would be bored. I know we'd be bored.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't have the friends that I have, because golf was the vehicle to the friendships and ultimately everything. Last question here, Hollis. You've played in a million pro-ams. All right. So you've seen a million golf swings. Maybe if you could share a funny pro-am story. And then on the back end of that, if you had one tip that you could give to all your pro-am partners, maybe you've done it before, that would just help anybody, what would it be?
Okay. Well, the tip, I play with some really interesting people. I played with Alan Shepard once, and that was fun. I had a caddy one time. She was the assistant to Werner von Braun. That was interesting. I played with Gerald Ford. He was a great guy. Charles Schultz was just a wonderful, a great guy, wonderful human being. He missed a putt one time. Oh God, that was so loosey. He goes, I know it. But a tip. I would, just basic. So I told this person one time, she says, that's the worst tip I've ever heard. Grips, grips. I pick up people's grips and they're so hard. Just make sure your grips, you wash them every time you play golf with hot water, just to get the oils off from the sunscreen that we slathered on our face. It goes onto the grip. If you could do that before you tee off, and that's one tip. Mechanically with the swing, I just, I would, work on creating a better grip too, a physical grip, and make sure your ball position is always off the left heel, always off the left heel. So that's it. Not minor stuff, minor. We could go into thousands, but it all starts with grip and ball position, but the grip's got to be, it can't be like hard. No, it's got to be tacky. Right?
Absolutely. Just general maintenance, scrub your grips down, hot water, a little bit of soap.
No soap.
Oh, yeah. What?
No soap. No soap.
Just hot water?
Yes, soap attracts dirt. Just hot water. I didn't know that. Hot water.
Okay. Hot water and a nice rough towel, right?
Hot water. Yes, that's it.
Okay. I learned something there. I knew I was going to learn something. I didn't know it was going to be about taking care of my grips and the maintenance, but
it's just hot water.
Okay.
No, the soap attracts dirt.
I didn't know that. I thought I was cleaning off the dirt, but now I know. I'm going to take it from you. You're a Hall of Famer. If you say it, it's the gospel, and I'm going to go clean the grips right now. Hollis, I wish you a speedy recovery.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate
you. This has been I hope to bump into you at Lakewood Ranch. So
Well, you can bump into me there. I caddy over a concession from time to time, so maybe
I'll look for you there. I'll look for you there. Yeah.
Yeah, or come on over to my place, Lakewood National Golf Club, and we'll play some golf when you're on the mend. All right, work for you?
It's a pleasure talking to you.
You too. Hollis Stacy has been our guest here, 18-time winner on the LPGA Tour, World Golf Hall of Famer, winner 18 times on tour, 3 U.S. Opens, and just a delight to talk to. Big thanks to our title sponsor, Party Drinks. If you're looking for a drink alternative on the golf course, try Party. If golf real estate purchases are in your future, nobody better than the Golf Real Estate Pros, Vince Visicaro, Gene Walsh, and Samantha Walsh from SuncoastDreams.com, a division of fine properties in Sarasota. And if all that golf has got you tired out, check out BioLit Spa in downtown Sarasota. For Hollis Stacy, I'm Kevin Walsh. We'll see you again next time on Party Time, My Golf Story.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to It's Party Time, My Golf Story, brought to you by Party Drinks. Classically designed golf drinks for golfers by golfers, and the golf real estate pros Gene Walsh and Vince Visicaro. For your Southwest Florida real estate needs, check them out at suncoastdreams.com or call 941-220-4000.